If something happens to me, you're all like that. I don't have anyone else. This is what she'd often say to me, be it dark times or great times. But wow, take a look at this room. Go ahead, look around. Look at how many people are here today and how much this building has been filled. Her spirit is here among us. And I'm telling you, I see her soul in complete disbelief right now, with her hands covering her mouth and gentle tears flowing down her cheeks of how warm her heart is feeling right now. Thank you. Thank you, family, friends, colleagues, all of you who are present here today making this possible. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Dany, and I am proud to be Dana's best friend for over the last 22 years. Many of us can say we know people for that length of time, or even longer, but not many of us can say that they can share an intimate bond like what we have with those they've known. While I am honored that her family has asked me to be up here today, please understand that this too is not easy for me. While I am a great planner, I never expected to prepare her eulogy. I will try my best to hold back my tears, but please forgive me should I shed some. Thao is one of 14 children born to the late Mr. Chong Bang Thao and Mrs. Mi Thao. When sharing stories, she'd also say to me, "You suck, Dany. I remember each person of your family." She'd grimace at me every time I get confused as to, what sibling are you talking about now? What's their name? And she'd just laugh at me, and I'm like, well, Missy, I'm only one of 5 children. Give me time. I'll learn all your brothers and sisters' names. She loved getting every chance to mock, point blame, or tease me. But don't be wrong, not because she disliked me, of course, just because she didn't understand sometimes how I can be all together for complicated issues, yet for the simplest stuff, I'm not. But don't worry, it was all in fun, because she knew that love really doesn't keep score. I believe most of us has came upon the verses of 1 Corinthians 13 sometime in your life, most likely at a wedding. But trust me when I say, I'm not wrong for reciting it here for today's purposes. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. You see, there's a lot of things that Dana is good at. But she clearly understood this, and furthermore, she taught me the meaning of it as well. If you don't know Dana well, let me tell you. Dana is a poor housekeeper. She wasn't great at her studies, nor did she care to excel at her career. Heck, she even unintentionally carried an unappealing appearance, and what some would call her resting face of bitch face, However, she's far from one. This is a woman, instead, who never fails to lend a helping hand. It'd be a pity had you ever been afraid to approach her. Be it for a family crisis, my spoiled children, even a panhandler or a stranger, she always gives. But most importantly, she always cared. Not only is she always willing to listen, she goes above and beyond to make me or anyone smile. She seldom misses an invitation. Whereas me, I'm lazy to go anywhere. Don't invite me to your parties. I just don't like to go out. But no matter how minuscule your relationship is with her, be it birthdays, showers, weddings, or even my friends or family's special events, because she knew they're important to you or me, she would be there too, no matter how difficult or how awkward it would be for her. You know, when we were younger, she'd often borrow funds to attend certain events if she didn't have enough. I'd often lecture her as to why is she attending if she knows she can't afford it financially. But she'd just tell me in return that it's not about the money. It's about making people happy. But it hurts you to make that happen. No, it doesn't. It makes me happy, Dany. Okay, whatever you say. I gotta say back to her. It took me a long time to understand what she meant. For example, when my younger cousin passed untimely last year, Dana was very weak. She was recovering from her last chemo session just before. Yet she got up and pushed herself to drive over 40 miles just to meet me early in the morning at the funeral home while I was there setting up the floral arrangements. There was no explanation necessary, as I can see how slow she walked, how pale she was, yet she came to apologize, of all things. She came to apologize why she could not attend the services and left her parting gift. Another example was just this year, the week of her passing. She reached out to our mutual friend, Vanessa, who unfortunately cannot be here today, but Vanessa had just lost her mother that same week. But she told Vanessa that she would try her best to attend her mother's services while Dana was herself sick in bed. You see, material things or status quo was never important to Dana. While we all want nice things, Dana wasn't in a rush to attain them. She wasn't jealous either. It didn't bother her that some would scold her to do better. She stayed true to herself. She put her efforts into what matters most. She puts her efforts into comfort and happiness, not just of her own, but also of those around her. This is truly a woman who simply found joy in others' happiness. Her acts of being present in any and every situation or celebration taught me what love really is. Ever since the first day we met, I knew she was special. It was back in my college years. Dana was still a senior or junior in high school. Everybody was at my apartment. We were drinking, playing cards. For some reason, I wasn't in the mood that night. I was hosting, but I wasn't in the mood. So I turned my focus to my arts and crafts. I had a bunch of beads and I was making necklaces and bracelets. While nobody else was interested, quietly, Dana joined me. Despite her deep crush for John, she ignored him at the party. Her in her blue overalls and white t-shirt. I'll never forget that first day we met. We learned then that we both liked more calming, carefree activities, where we simply enjoyed each other's company, talking about more productive things in life, sharing our stories and experiences. We both are simple people, but stuck with complicated lives. Sadly, in the beginning, we were often separated by selfish families that thought we weren't good together. Since I was always seeking acceptance and or approval, I tried to abide by our family's orders in keeping our friendship a secret. Because I was ashamed, and I even tried to loosen myself away from her. I moved far away. I moved to Florida. She'd still reach out to me. Hey, Dany. And she would just smile and say, you know what? It just makes our secret friendship easier. She would never let me go. And boy, am I thankful that she didn't. I was the coward one. She was the braver and bright one, who one day convinced me to not give a care what others think anymore. They aren't wearing our shoes. They don't know. They don't affect our lives, Dany. We were inseparable ever since. When she was giving birth, I'm right there to feed her ice chips, wipe her sweat, let her bite and squeeze my hand despite how much it hurts. But vice versa, when I just had surgery, she's right there as well. While my hands were busy holding my incision site, she's there to help pull my pants up and down so I could use the restroom. If she didn't have money to travel, I took her overseas with me. I'm thankful she went to Cambodia and Taiwan and Korea with me. If I'm short for a bill, she'd help me cover it without even asking her. If she's disgusted by her own baby's diaper or vomit, I clean it up for her. Yeah, Sebastian, are you out there? Because I'm talking about you. You were the first baby that grew up in my house. And Ada and Dana, boy, when you got your babies, you're poop. Like, anyway, if my children needed a ride home, I can always depend on Dana. She would drop everything and go pick them up to make sure they're safe for me. Her family became my family, and my family became her family. In short, she always shows up, and that's what love is. It's not about how big or clean your house is, how far you made it in school, or how much money you earn. Life, as you all know it, is full of trials and tribulations. But it's love that will get you through it, because nothing else in this world is permanent. I can honestly say that now that I'm looking back, I'm unworthy of her friendship. She taught me the most important value, and while I am disheartened to continue on without my dearest friend, I am not afraid. She's taught me this lesson, and I'm forever grateful for these lessons she's taught me. Not only did I learn what love is, and that material gains are just things that we leave behind in the end, through Dana, I also learned that what goes around comes around, and it really does go around tenfold, teaching me to be less confrontational and not afraid to seek help when I need it. From her, I also learned to be non-judgmental, allowing me to see many different views on many different things. And finally, I truly feel freedom. For it's when you no longer care what others think of you, that is when you will be free. And that's just it. My friend Dana, she has served her purpose here on earth. And I understand now that it is time for her to return home to the Father. I was angry at first that God took my friend, my sister, my confidant away. I asked God, why? Why are you doing this to me? What have Dana and I done so wrong to deserve this? Why can't we just be together in peace? Then I realized it's not what we did wrong. I remember Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. You see, God doesn't punish. God teaches. Dana was and always will be God's gift and example to the world of what love is. Through her, he hopes that each and every one of us remembers what is truly important in life. For it's not until you learn what true love is can you really prosper and or blossom in life. I am blessed to have had such a nourishing and true friendship. I will always cherish what we had, Dana, and I pray daily that I will meet you, my soul sister, again. Before I leave the stand, I know that there are certain messages that Dana would want me to address. We speak of it many times on many occasions, thinking this occasion would never come or be far from it. But first of all, to Mom, her mom, me, Thao. Do not cry, Mom. Do not be so sad that you forget to take care of yourself, Mom. I am no longer hurting. And while I cannot be there to take you to the grocery store anymore, I will be waiting for you with Dad, and we will meet again. You must stay strong, Mom. Continue to guide and care for our family. To our brothers and sisters, oh Lord, here I go, I'm gonna try. Chea, Peng, Si, Ku, K, Thao, Bangs, Sa. You know what? You guys know who you are. I will get it one day. But take care of each other. And let the small quarrels go. They're not important. To Si, especially. I love you. Where is Si? And I'm thankful to have had a lifetime of support with you. Now, you mustn't play ninja too much, okay? Because you have to remember to take care of Mom and my children. And don't forget to take Mom to go see Auntie too. You're moving closer there. It shouldn't be that hard. John, where are you? To her husband, John. I don't know about this one. Even though I loved her first and I'm prettier, she loved you more, John. But to you, know this. I love you. And I am so, so proud of the man you became. You got this. You can do this, John. Ask questions to clarify what you do not know or understand, and do not be afraid to ask for help. Remember, it takes a stronger person to ask for help. Reduce your drinking so that your head is more clear. Vent things out instead, and most importantly, be happy. Because remember the children, they will sense what you feel. And finally, be welcoming to new love. I do not want you to ever be lonely because I love you. To her children, first Kalina, you are so, so strong. And Mom is so proud of this young woman you became. You never fail to remember your roots. Continue to chase your dreams. I know you will achieve them. And remember to help family and friends along the way, because kindness matters. Aiden, my dear son, you too are stronger than you know. Continue to not be afraid of being sensitive. It's a great characteristic to have. It's okay to feel insecure at times. No one knows everything, but do know that you have a great father and a sister, along with many aunts, uncles, and godmother to guide you when you may feel lost. All you have to do, honey, is open up, reach out, so that we can help you resolve whatever troubles you. I will always be by your side. Do not be afraid to be all that you can be. To our in-laws, Mr. and Mrs. Lee Fong and Janie Yang, along with their children, Eve, Ailey, David, Ben, and Sue. Thank you. Thank you all these years for accepting me into your family, and I will miss you all dearly. I forgive all of our quarrels and will bring with me and cherish only the happy memories. To Ailey, especially, I'm glad we got our kiddos out to Wolf Lodge one last time. I'm sorry I snuck out a bit in the morning, and glad that our kiddos are close. And I know you will continue to host great get-togethers and outings for them, so thank you for being such a great connector. To her godchildren, Jordan, Oliver, Eliana, I will be watching you guys from above, so don't give your mom such a hard time. She's been doing this alone, and it's not easy to handle all aspects of a household. Instead, be proud. And it's time for you guys to step up and help out as much as possible. Because you know, Ollie, I will come surprise cuddle with you if you don't. Finally, to the girls. Oh boy, here we go again. Forgive me if I miss anyone again, but Kao, Susan, Bao, Kabao, Candy, Andy, Amy. Yeah, you guys know who you are too. You know what? No camping trips, fishing trips, karaoke, Korean nights. It won't be the same anymore. But you know I'm there in spirit, and I better hear all you girls sing like no one can hear you. Continue to love, celebrate, and enjoy one another for me. Thank you everyone for coming in remembrance of me. Love, Dana.